recently wrote a piece for the Plain Dealer in cleveland.com. Who's more valuable, Nick Chubb or Kareem Hunt? Take us through that and just the thought process behind that.
Well, it's just such a unique running back room because I think if Kareem Hunt were a featured back, he'd have been on that list we just showed. I mean, he's that good. He won a rushing title as a rookie. And really, the argument for his value, if you want to put him ahead of Chubb, and I wouldn't, I still think Chubb is more valuable to this offense based on the play action stuff and what they're trying to do with the run game. But Kareem Hunt is sort of the wild card in all of this. You can line him up anywhere. You can do a bunch of different things with him. He can run it. He can catch it. He showed off last year that he can play a little fullback if you ask him to play fullback. And right now, he's a guy who's in a situation where whatever you ask him to do, he's going to be happy to do it because he's got to just be happy to be on the football field after everything that's happened, after getting suspended. You know, John Dorsey kind of gave him a second life by bringing him to Cleveland, his hometown. So he's still a guy that just has to be happy to be playing. So you can kind of do whatever you want with him. And that's the case where maybe he would be more valuable because he's multifaceted and causes so many problems. But you know, the reality is Chubb is the more valuable back because he's going to get the bulk of the carries, and we've seen what he can do.
Do you read anything into the fact that, you know, the 49ers, the Chiefs, the Patriots, some of the elite teams don't have a guy in this top running back list? Is it a factor of teams have kind of devalued that position?
And when you look at big running back contracts, they usually don't age very well. I mean, it wasn't that long ago that Todd Gurley was the next great back, and you have to pay Todd Gurley, right? So the Rams paid him, and now he's not with the Rams anymore. The Chiefs, I just talked about Kareem Hunt, led the league in rushing his rookie year. He's not there anymore. They just won the Super Bowl. This is a discussion the Browns are going to have. Nick Chubb is under contract through 2021. But this is an analytics-driven front office, and this is going to be a very hard discussion for them to have, especially because Nick Chubb is already a fan favorite. We know how running backs are treated in Cleveland. Folks here love running backs, and the Browns are going to have to decide on the value of Nick Chubb, especially with the type of runner that he is. So it's going to be sort of a fun and exhausting discussion in a couple years when the Browns have to decide what to do when it's time to give Nick Chubb that big contract he's going to earn. Do they want to be the ones that do it? Or do they want to kind of follow like what you were saying? Maybe you don't need that elite back. Maybe you just need a guy that can fit into your system, and it's sort of a replaceable position.
Well, the other thing that comes into play with Nick Chubb, there is no fifth-year option because he wasn't a first-round pick. And that kind of works against the Browns. You know, they found a guy that wasn't a first-round pick that's really good, but they don't get that fifth-year option to the rookie contract.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see what the Titans do here with Derrick Henry. He's kind of a guy to watch in all of this. They franchised him. They still want to work out a long-term deal. And, you know, you're going to kind of get to see how he ages over the next 2 years. He's kind of that battering ram back. Now, he's built a little different than Nick Chubb. He's a big guy. But, you know, if he starts to decline a little bit, that's going to be just another check in the box for maybe you don't pay a running back.